Okay, so my research, I'm looking at nitrogen dynamics in soil under organically managed vegetables. We're looking specifically at nitrogen leaching and maybe certain practices that could potentially reduce nitrogen leaching risk in organic production. But the main question that I'm looking at is really whether or not what's being predicted in these systems by relevant policies of our area is equivalent to what is actually being leached in the system. So we're installing tools and looking and passive monitoring tools, and we're looking at nitrogen leaching in those systems.
So my graduate project surrounds developing diagnostic tools for organic nitrogen mineralization. A lot of predictive models of the rate that organic fertilizer can become plant available is really based on soil chemical tests, or really a snapshot of what's in the soil right now, and doesn't take into account management history and how on-farm interactions with the soil can impact the nitrogen availability. So I'm trying to combine both of these factors through grower questionnaires, testing the soil in lab, and seeing if there's any correlation between the two.
My master's project is kind of focused on looking at these field trials in broccoli and doing different irrigation rates, one of them informed by crop manage, and looking at different nitrogen fertilizer rates as well. And we're trying to look at how irrigation efficiency can impact nitrogen use efficiency and that intersection there, and comparing different field conditions and different differences between organic and conventional management.
This conference, it's the Organic Growers Summit. It's really an industry-based conference. So there's a lot of networking. There are a lot of coffee breaks to talk with people.
There's been some great talks. I feel like, you see a lot of familiar faces in the organic agriculture world in California, and it's nice to reconnect with those people and see what they've been working on, and especially when you have these panel discussions. We had some of yesterday, just being able to see them interact and kind of work through their own issues from their own perspectives, and getting the grower connection is always very important as well, and I feel like it's been nice for this conference.
We heard from a bunch of industry leaders on food safety and biodiversity and how those two things can maybe work together. Mostly it's just been a really fun place to connect with professionals and talk about issues and stuff.
Other than that, it's also very much a trade show. Organic Growers Summit is a hotspot, if you will.
With where I'm at in my master's program, I'm on the tail end. The networking has been super cool, and definitely probably the best part for me right now is just getting to see familiar faces and reconnect and talk about work and stuff. That's been really great. I know from my research that nitrogen leaching is a problem in all California agriculture right now, not just organic, but with that issue, organics has the unique problem, I think, of finding accessible enough nitrogen sources via fertilizers, and fertilizers that can release slowly over time, and timing with plant uptake. I know that's a major problem, but as far as the other issues, I'm not as keyed into pest management problems. So coming to stuff like this and getting to hear from people is really cool.
A huge opportunity working for the Grimm Organic Center is that Dr. Grisham gives us the chance to meet the same players in the industry over and over again and associate ourselves with their faces, their names, and also what roles are important within organics, especially in California right now. I don't know, before this conference specifically, because it's so industry-based and not very research-based, I didn't have as clear of an idea of the jobs I could actually go into.
Yeah, I think just specific issues, I'm starting out in my early career, it gets me a little inspired to see what I could be diving into. I'm talking to these people and talking about the issues that they're trying to work with, and definitely gets me jazzed on working in the California ag industry, but I was already sold on that, so.